Alrighty. Not with trees is Italy sown? It's a question here. So you might say whether is Italy sown so much that it seems like the whole, the tota, is a pomarium, an orchard. So does it seem that Italy's sown with trees, that it seems an orchard? There's an again, which means weather. Whether Phrygia seems more covered with vines than what Homer, he's the poet, called vine-clad or something, it's in Greek, than here in Italy. Or Argus with triticale. It's a type of wheat. They usually call it corn, but I think corn was found in the Americas, so you can call it corn if you want, but it's a grain, which the same poet Homer called in Greek polypuron or something. In qua terra, in which land is one jugerum, it's like an acre. Is it fert, which means bare, 10 or 15 leather sacks of wine. These sacks can hold grain or liquid. I'm about to cough or something. Quite the same amount, which are in certain Quaidam regions in Italy. And has not Marcus Cato written in his book The Origin, thus written, the land, the fields are called Gallicus Romananus, Gaul Rome or Roman Gaul or something, where viratum, that's man by man, is given this land, so man by man for the people who retire from the army, usually are the colonists. Cis means this side, so this side of the Arimian, and ultra means on the other side of the land, which is called Picenum. In which land or fields, are they quite fariam, several ways or something, in a single jugera of land, they can become 10 culia, these leather sacks again, of wine. Okay, a bit of daily dictionary. Aliquot fariam, adverb, in several places. And here's kalios. It's a accusative plural. Might as well click on it. A leather sack for wine or liquid, or a liquid measure 20 amphora, 120 gallons. Okay, so that's how much wine. 120 gallons per one. Noni, surely the same in the Faventine land district, by whom, I guess it's Cato, by Cato, their vines are called Tricentaria, 300, because it gives returns for an acre of land of 300 amphoras. Simul, look at me, Curte. So it's inquid, he said. So he looked at me, he said, Libo Marcius, the prefect, Fabrum's usually a builder, I think the Loeb calls it an engineer, in his farm, in his estate at Faventia, he was saying that this multitude or amount the vines return or give out each year or something. Something there's two, in primis probably means especially, so it seems for Italian men to look at two things in their cultivating. Nay is a question, so are they able to get fruits worthy of their expense and labour? The returns to be this, the profit, or whether the place itself is salubrious in English, healthy, or not. If alt ultram, one of the two, quorum of these, is not fit, day from cultivation, one of these doesn't meet the requirements for the expense or the labour, one of those two, nonetheless, he who wants to do this cultivation is captus from his mind, he's taken out of his mind, and his people he knows and his family, his Gentiles, he should be taken away, didacendos. Enim, for no one sane or to want the expense and this costliness to be made in his agriculture, if he sees he's not able to refiki, which is to repair or make equal with the cost, nor if he's able to get back this cost, if he sees these things, foray in the future, that the pestilence will destroy them. Said O Pinor, but I think those who are able to point out these things which are more suitable, ad sunt they're here. So this pestilence will go back to that salubriousness of the land. So anyway, for this guy here, Stalo and Scrofa, I see them coming. One, the ancestors of who bore forward for this law for the Roman people concerning the limits of agricultural fields. For the lex of Stolon, this guy here, one of his ancestors, which vetoes or forbids more than de jugera, 500 jugera, for a Roman citizen to habere, to have. And who, on account of his diligence, of his agriculture, it's confirmed his family name Stolo. So here's this guy he saw. He's good at agriculture because there's none in his farm able to be found Stolo. No Stolos are able to be found. Nullus Stolo. Because he digs around his trees from the roots, which grow up from the soil or out of the soil. These are called stolones, these little sucker things that grow up. Of the same race family as C. Licinius, the tribune of the plebs, or when he was tribune of the plebs after the removal of the kings 365 years later, he was the first, the people to accept laws. He led the people to accept the laws. Seven jugera each. This was done in the forum. He spoke to them outside or away from the comitia where normally you would address people. There's another who's your colleague. So this is a virum, a man of the 20. So it's probably a capitalized letter and other things. These were the 20 who were there to divide the Campanius fields. I see him coming here. Harkus here. His name is Scrofa, a virum, a man, politum. He's polished, he's strong in all virtues, who is thought to be very experienced, superlatively experienced concerning the agriculture. And he's a Roman. Okay, just about to finish. This is right, I said. Is it not right? For his farms, on account of their cultura, they're more pleasant in looking at than many, than these royally decorated buildings of others. When they come, spectatum, that looks like a verb of motion with a what do you call them things? Anyway, verb of motion, they're coming for the purpose of looking at, when they come to look at villas. Not as a pud, this guy's house, Lucilium's house, where they see pictures, but they see opororthicas. I guess that's from a Greek thing, probably means fruit. Of these, I said, at the top of the Sacra Via, which is a road, these are orchards where fruits, the image is compared to gold. So I guess the fruit here has some value compared to gold.